Alright, so this is going to be my No Way Out predictions for a week from today. Basically, right now I'm just going to say who I think is going to win and just give a quick description of why I think they're going to win. So here it goes. The first match I believe they have planned is the Jack Swagger and Finlay match for the ECW Championship. I think Jack Swagger's going to win, but it's always hard to tell because when they throw someone in there with who hasn't won a championship in a while. I mean, Finlay coming back a couple of years ago, he got the United States Championship, but since then he hasn't held anything. So I think he might win it, but at the same time, Jack Swagger is still fairly new. I think just because Finlay beat him, I think Jack Swagger is going to win for that reason. The Shawn Michaels JBL match. I think Shawn will win just because just so he could stay in the WWE, but also the whole JBL situation with him owning him and everything else. I know it's just a storyline, yes, but it also could give him a good reason to retire. I mean, he's been doing it just as long as The Undertaker has, and he's getting up there. It's almost going to be time for him to retire soon anyway. So I think this might be like a retire match for him. But also, if they were to go the route of keeping him in the WWE for a little while longer, I would say that he would win that match. Randy Orton, Shane McMahon. I think Randy Orton would win that match just for the sheer fact that you know, it is no holds barred. He has legacy on his side. Shane McMahon could hire someone, supposedly. Like the Great Khali isn't in any match, I don't believe. So he very well could get the Great Khali to go. I don't see any reason why it would be him, just for the fact that Randy Orton doesn't have a beef with him or Umaga, and Umaga has been an enforcer for those wrestlers that or the non-wrestling personalities who want to win the match. The WWE Championship Elimination Chamber, I think Triple H might win it. In all honesty, I do think that because he never really did get the chance to regain his title back in one-on-one competition. So that's really why I believe it would be him. But Jeff Hardy is the wild card in that match, mainly because we don't know if he is, going to be attacked by his brother right before going into the Elimination Chamber match or before the show or anything like that. So that's also difficult to tell with that. But also the Big Show in that match could do something, because I mean, he also has not won a championship in quite some time, as I stated in a previous video about the Hardy breakup. I was half right with that video and saying Jeff and Matt would be in it, when only Jeff was going to be in it. So there you go. And then finally the World Heavyweight Championship Elimination Chamber. I do believe John Cena will retain, but Kane is also like the Big Show. He hasn't had a title in quite some time. It would be a perfect thing to push him towards bigger matches, because he hasn't really been in any big matches. He's always been like he hasn't had many main event matches lately. I don't think Rey Mysterio would win it. He had his World Heavyweight title shot, and from there he fell back. He never really was able to get back into the contendership for it. Chris Jericho could win it, but I do believe it will be John Cena retaining. Like his last Elimination Chamber match, he retained it, but he lost it immediately after. So anything could happen really with that. But also, no one has the Money in the Bank anymore. So it won't be he'll lose it immediately after retaining it. So I think he'll just strictly retain it. Mike Knox isn't really a main eventer of any sort, so he's really more like Kane, where he's just a big guy, just can kick ass, but I mean won't really ever be in main event status. Like a couple matches here and there, but I think this might be like his peak. I don't think he'll get the championship. I think like the only championship he might ever get would be tag championships. So, well, those are my predictions. So, peace, YouTube.